Wasn't the on-field return home Virginia men's head lacrosse coach Lars Tiffany was hoping for, his Cavaliers falling to SU in OT a couple of weeks ago? But off the field, it was a monumental day for the Lafayette native. Joining us now is Lisa Moore. She's the executive director of the Onondaga Historical Association. Lisa, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So you know this. I'm going to tell our viewers why we're talking here. Back in the 70s, Lars' father raised a herd of bison to give to the Onondaga Nation. And to mark that occasion, Oren Lyons from the Nation designs a treaty on a deer hide to document it. He presents it to Lars' father. The family has had it for decades now. Lars just loaned it back for all of us to see and learn about. I mean, how much does it mean that it's now back here in the nation's possession?
Well, it's wonderful. I mean, we're talking about, 40, 50 years ago of history of an event that was really, really important at the time and continues to be important to the nation. It's an opportunity to share this with new generations, to talk about the relationships that were forged between the Tiffanys and the nation and what that gift has done since then. So we're very excited about it.
So you all were around when Lars gives it back to Oren and Sid and to the nation. I mean, he's there to play a lacrosse game. He's traveled, but what was it like to be part of that and watch that that interaction?
Well, Lars is just a very joyful, enthusiastic guy. So, he arrives after a long day, practice, meal, all of it, and walks in, and, we're there with Oren and with Sid Hill, who is now the Tararaho of the Onondaga Nation and the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, I should say. So to have these three men together, who have been part of this history, to celebrate this important agreement coming back to the community for new generations to learn about and to reconnect and tell great stories. It was a wonderful evening, really special to be part of.
Really incredible treaty to see there on that deerskin. Where is it where people can go see it and learn more about it?
Well, it's currently it's got a little bit of repair work being done. It did hang in the Tiffany home, in Lars Tiffany's home, and it's been weighed down a little bit, so we're just getting some of the deer hide leather work repaired by someone at the Onondaga Nation. Shannon Booth is doing the work for us. And then once that happens, we will have it on display at the Scano Great Law of Peace Center. We intend to also use it for some educational programming with local schools, and also at the Nation School. It will probably be used there as well. So
Lisa, now that it's here and it's eventually going to be on display, what can we all learn from it?
Well, it tells the important history of the relationship of the Haudenosaunee people to the natural world. Bison were nearly eradicated. They were nearly extinct in the 19th century, and through a lot of efforts by a lot of people, they are back, and they roamed this area as well. They're sacred animals to the Haudenosaunee and to many indigenous people in North America. So they tell that story, but they also tell the story of the relationship between indigenous and non-indigenous people and the respect between these two, this family and their neighbors. And so I think it's a message of fellowship, of and the importance of the natural world, of sacredness, and respect for each other, and how to come together to come to agreement on something very important and valuable that will last for many, many years to come.
Personal to them, but a piece of all of our history. Lisa, yes. Lisa Moore from the Onondaga Historical Association, thanks so much for your time. Really, really interesting to dive into this topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.